So, starting my day, ripping around in the Evo because I cannot find my keys. So, if anybody has any information as to where they can possibly be, that'd be great. You open the door here. I don't know where the GPs are. And maybe from going so fast with everything, I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, I haven't been in the Evo for a minute. And I grew up in a home where, shoot, what was that? My dad is a certified auto mechanic, so that's that. And my household consists of 3 brothers and me being the only sister. So all this stuff is a lot of fun for me. A lot of fun for me. Even though I am a female. I love to drive stick. And I think because I am very ADD. And now when I'm driving a regular car, it's like I'm looking for the stick shift. So, yep, off to class today. They changed the time. So it's technically should have been 8:32, but it's 9:32. It's time to get to the center and teach my year mentorship. We have it every Sunday. Except, of course, next Sunday because we have the wonderful Paul. And our gallery is sold out. I'm excited. So we are going to have a lot of fun. Good morning. So yeah, so I truly really like cars, and honestly for a long time in my life I wanted to rebuild carburetors. Isn't that interesting? Because my dad would always say to me growing up, come sit down to me and my brothers. This is what I'm doing. This is what connects with this, and this connects with that. And I think that's helped me. So when my cars are not doing well, I could kind of tell if it's the starter or if it's the alternator or if the brakes are just down to the pad or down to the rotor. So it's pretty cool. That's a part of me I wanted to share. I just figured, hey, who's Lillian? Just plain old Lillian before mediumship. I mean, I am that now. I still have that knowledge. But I love cars very much. My husband and I end up sharing the passion of cars. He's the one that really got me into fast cars because he likes fast cars. Hence why we have the Evo. But we're actually going to sell it. We're getting kind of old. And we don't want our son now to have a fast car. Now we're scared. Now we're like, man. And now he's kind of into them. But yeah, the life of a medium is definitely being in the medium, in the middle, right? Being in the middle of everything. Your life as a person, your life as a medium is very important to balance. Of course, again, I'm up and about. I flew in Friday. I got up, looked for my keys like crazy woman, haven't found them. But then went and did a group, came back, did a group in person, came back and did a group online of 8 people. Group of 4 and then 8 people. So then I was really tired, spent time with my son and husband, and now I'm off back to the center. The year mentorship is very exciting. So this month we're focusing on people that have passed in altered states, such as week 1 being pain meds, such as this week coming up, which is week 2, being heroin. And so next week is going to be cocaine, ODs of cocaine, and then the last week is alcoholism. Hi, Joanne. Hello, Lou. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. So why do we focus on those things? You probably ask, like, somebody that's on here that's not a medium, like, why would you have your students focus on that? Why would that be a focus? Well, you know, I want my students to not be afraid to navigate readings that are difficult. We can all talk about readings that are easy, and I don't even know what an easy reading is. You know, every reading is different, so really I can't even tell you what's easy, what's not. But I can tell you that for myself, when you're reading somebody as a mother and you have dealt with addiction in your family and you're a medium and you're bringing through someone that passed, you have to ensure, right, that you've dealt with all of that trauma yourself. You have to ensure that you're putting that aside and you're taking off your human hat and putting on your mediumship hat. So that's very important. And so what better way to do that than to have the students actually get in and experience it and ask questions, and us to have a Q&A. We also do the week that we have a topic, we do a gallery. So we invite people in. For example, this week will be people that have, you know, passed of heroin, and we'll invite them into the gallery and have the students read. So not only do they have the opportunity to understand one-on-ones this way, but also in gallery. And it's so amazing, because what we find is that the enabling spirits come in for different reasons. Enabling spirits are souls that can help someone come in, right? And they come in for different reasons. This car's so loud. Can you guys hear that? Oh, thank you, Donna. So the enabling spirits, they help sometimes, and those can be relatives, but sometimes they're not relatives. So what better way to really grow as a medium, but to grow with a group, first of all, working as a collective. The students read each other, and then what I do is I get them links for those specific ways of to have sitters to read for those specific ways of passing. So it's been amazing what Spirit really has guided. I can't take the credit for any of it. I learn with them. I'm the biggest student with them. I really truly am. And I'm excited. But also, being in this Evo reminds me, honestly, of when I was like super high on my awakening. And in this car, it's really cool. Here, I'm going to show you guys. Let me flip this. In here, you can put a CD in and it'll record it, right? So you just kind of open this up. It flips upward, and then you put the CD in there, and then it records it, and then you don't ever have to put the CD in there again. So that was so cool. I really loved it. So what I would do, and I hope that whoever is guided to listen to this understands where there's a will, there's a way. Because at that time, honestly, I had so much going on in my life, but I was like, man, I really want to develop. So if you go to mode and you go to music server, those has all the CDs that you've downloaded. So you can go to playlist. And in here, I had Ron Roth. For those of you guys that never heard of him, check him out. He's passed now, but his name is Ron Roth. And he, was a Roman Catholic priest for a long time, and then he just really started to feel that he wanted to merge all this stuff, guys. He wanted to merge everything that he had, right? And I believe that this is him. Let's see if it'll play. Got my volume up. Yeah, that's it. And I would, during lunch, I would sit here, guys, and I would meditate. Or I would roll the window down if it was beautiful outside, and I would sit in there with my feet on the grass, and I didn't care who said what. You know?
Welcome to the world of healing prayer.
So during Virtue,
there was only one reason for this tape
introduced me to Ron Ross.
You, the listener, enter into the
And she said that I had the energy of him, the Jesus consciousness, and I was just very infatuated with him and the way that he kind of said things, and he believed in the Holy Spirit and different things, and it really resonated with me. So that was a big part of my awakening. And then I had also John Holland was on here, and I always recommend that to students. And what that would be under John Holland, it was Psychic Navigator. Let's see, I don't even remember. Oh, Psychic Awareness. And so this is the John Holland, and this is the CD that came with Psychic Navigator. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out, because it talks about the clairs. And so when I first started, this was the very first thing that introduced me to the clairs. So excited. So I wanted to share this with you guys, like a little bit of where I was and how I did things, I think just being a mother of 5 was hard for me. And to be honest, I think more hard because, honestly, I learned through life. I didn't have older siblings. I didn't have, so much happened in my family. I do have older siblings, but at that time we were all kind of separate. My brothers were in the military, so I really had to grow up by myself. And so not only was I a young mom, but I was still learning life. I was not really good with money. I learned to I would cook what I knew growing up. I wouldn't expand because it was what I knew, right? So I'm so thankful for being courageous and the grace that God gives us, because the grace that God gives us has everything to do with who I am, and how I've kind of moved through life. I really am thankful for who I've been, and I'm grateful for having an 8th grade education, for being on my own at 14, for being a mom of 3 at 18, because that really led me to being a humble person. I, for a long time, suffered a lot because I don't understand deceit and I don't understand plotting. It was something that definitely did not resonate with me. So I had to learn, and I started to learn, when I started to heal, after learning about crystal therapy, oil therapy, herbal therapy, and softening my aura, that I couldn't save the world, right? But that I could make a difference. Well, who knows? I can save the world. We're gonna save the world, and the way that we save the world is together. We don't save the world. We don't save the world alone, and that's why we say it's we, not I. I think that it's sad, when you go up, reach out and bring somebody up with you. Don't go up alone. Reach up and bring somebody up with you. I feel like it's important to be able to be selfless in this world, but the right way. I was selfless with all the wrong things before my journey, and I started to understand the aura, and I started to understand all those type of things, right? And now I understand how to really give without taking away from myself. And that was, I think, the biggest, most beautiful part of this journey for me, because I was always depleted energetically. I was always depleted with money. I don't do mediumship for money. I never did any of this. I did this for free for like half of the time that I've been doing it, It was, the reward, I think, was just how I was changing and how good I felt. And at one point I think, I don't have time to do this. What am I thinking? Am I crazy? Am I dumb? Am I stupid? How am I going to help other people when my life is upside down and I don't even know the answers to everything going on in my life? But this is what brought me to a place of really knowing the answers. And it makes me happy to have been brave enough to say, my name is Lillian and I'm a medium. Being a medium, you're looked at as if you were evil. But no one would take away from me. I was raised Catholic. I still follow some of those traditions and beliefs. I love Christian church. I am touched there, and I love Buddhism. The bit that I've learned about it, my religion is love, and I'm gonna be who I am. No one's gonna ever take that away from me. I'm brave enough to say that there's existence after life. And if you think about it, Jesus walked in the belief of something that he received through his clairs. He heard it, he saw it, he felt it, right? All of that came from the belief of that feeling that he knew was happening, that he believed in, and he didn't care. But he, of course, got prosecuted and even then, crucified for it. When you walk a life of a medium, when you walk a life of a psychic, and I can't blame people, and I'm going to go a step further and keep it real. There's people that use their spiritual authority and they abuse it. And that's the problem, okay? You don't hurt people with this. You don't give yourself an option of even thinking this has anything to do with power beyond the power of God, beyond the grace that you're given in a reading. You don't focus on negativity. Does it exist? Yes. But are you going to give life to it? Your choice, not mine. I'm not being an asshole. I'm being real. You're going to walk this path of believing in your spirit body, of working within it, then be a bright soul. Don't be a soul that holds on to things. Things are going to come up. Human thoughts are going to come up. Human emotions are going to come up. I used to feel guilty about that and be hard on myself. Like, oh my God, I call myself a healer, and why would I think of, that thought? But it's not what happens to you, is what you do what happens to you. So if you're having a thought that is not of a high frequency, dismiss it. Because no matter what kind of thought you're having, no matter what kind of experience you're having, guess what? You have free will. So don't be blaming anybody else for your decisions and your choices. People can do things to you, hurt you, but you turn around and you hurt them back. You're creating that karma for yourself beyond that person's free will. Think about it. That was the most greatest lesson that I have held on to, because I was a person to react. I was always on the defense. You hurt me. I wasn't gonna plot against you, but I was gonna handle it and be in your face and show you how you made me feel. And so the biggest thing that you can take from a spiritual journey, or even just being a religious person, you don't have to be a medium, you have to be a psychic, you don't have to believe in anything other than whatever the religion is that makes you happy and love, is believe in what you believe in and be true to it. Never deny it. I won't. This is my only Facebook page. It's my personal, and it's the page that I share everything with. Those that stay with me and believe in me and know me for who I am, they're meant to be there. Those that don't, God bless them. I'm not even mad. It's just not in their journey to be with me and to believe what I believe. But I shouldn't judge them, and I shouldn't be an ass because they don't want to talk to me. Now I can be that way, but before it used to hurt me so bad. I used to cry, and it took me a while to really give myself Reiki and pray and be in meditation to disconnect from those feelings, So if you're thinking of walking this journey, just walk it. Walk and be graceful. It makes you a better person. People ask me, why do you believe in what you believe in? And I said, I believe in it because I'm not the person I used to be. And this existence has brought me to a higher place mentally, physically, and emotionally. And I'm not perfect because, trust me, I'm still a human being. You push me, you push me too hard, and you keep pushing me and bullying me, I'm gonna push back. So I'm still a human being. I don't have all the answers. I make mistakes, but I admit them faster. I change them faster. And I don't live in my mistakes. I move on from them. So I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit of my life, my world, and I hope that this reaches whoever it should reach. I know that whenever I'm guided to make any type of video, it touches people that it should touch, and it's not me. I won't take the credit for it. God is good, God is great, and He works through us when we allow Him to work through us. So if you're having a bad day, just smile. Smile through it, really. Dip your feet in some Epsom salt with a little bit of sea salt. Energy enters and exits the head and the feet. Release some of that energy. Believe in it. Dip your feet in there and say a prayer, whatever prayer you feel, whatever prayer you believe in. Be yourself. Stop and be yourself through the pain. Because being yourself brings you to your element, brings you to who you are, brings you to your spirit. Yeah, you're not perfect. None of us are perfect. I'm far from perfect. I'm far from perfect. But like I said, I don't live in those imperfections. I try to move through them, because I realize and I know that as we have free will in this lifetime, we have free will when we leave this body, these bodies that we're in, right? So free will is the most important thing that you can exercise in this lifetime. Don't be judgmental. Don't attach yourself to outcomes. Believe that you are worthy of who you came to be. Believe that you're going to move past it. So I love you guys. I thank you for following me. I'm excited. I'll be working out of Florida now, not only Chicago. So look out, Florida. Look out. Doing galleries and intensives over there. Already have people messaging me. What a blessing that is. The Lord knows why He does what He does, So I'm thankful. We go to Arizona. We're going to New Jersey. We're going to Lillian, which is in New York. So thankful and grateful. Canada, we almost made it happen, but we will. Divine timing is everything. If you want me to come out to your state, reach out to me and I'll let you know the students that I'll need to come out. If I just covered my expenses, I'm fine with that, Just to reach a soul, different souls would be brilliant and amazing and beautiful and wonderful. But you know what? Do me a favor and be yourself today. Smile through any issues that you might have and be beside them, not within them. Take a moment of relieving your pain yourself. Accept what you cannot change and accept what you can change and change it. Work through it, even if the change is going to take just a little bit of time. But sit with your emotions and cry it out by yourself. Don't depend on other people for your healing. Don't depend on anybody else besides that consciousness, that greater consciousness that is within us. Don't dim your light for nobody. Because if you dim your light, the world's going to be a little bit dimmer, and we can't afford that right now. So I leave my love with you guys, and I hope that, again, you smile through your hurt today and take whatever you're supposed to take from this. If I did it, you can do it too. Because if love found me, it could surely find you. Bye, everybody.